Live here. Just double check. I'm gonna go on the YouTubes and see if it shows up. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we are live. It shows up. Yep. Okay, there we are.
Perfect.
You seeing any comments? Like, is there a section that you see?
I see a section. I don't see anything yet.
Okay, as long as we see a section. All right.
Oh, there it is. New comments will display here. Okay, perfect.
All right. Cool.
So
I get.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're gonna start with the speed stuff.
Yep.
So you heard food poisoning? Is that what we heard?
The latest is he might have food poisoning. Yep. Which I guess is best case scenario, right?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm thinking food poisoning, I'm thinking 24 hours. And we saw this morning he said he wasn't feeling good. So I mean, by tomorrow morning he should be okay.
I fucking hate these. It's like almost worse being on Twitter, you know?
Oh, I know. And it's like the same thing as last time with the whole Decky thing.
So I mean, that guy was. I guess he left the range. Wasn't feeling well. He wasn't sure if he was going to play tomorrow. He still signed autographs as he was leaving. I don't know, but he also, when he was on the range, this same account said he was dialed in. So I don't know. He played yesterday. They said hasn't been feeling good since Monday. So I don't know. Hopefully it's just maybe a 24, 48 hour thing and he'll be over it come morning. Luckily, I mean, bet-wise, just ride with him, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be shocked if he didn't play.
DK-wise, I was going to go hard on him, but I'm going to back off a little bit, but I'm still going to play a little bit of him.
I think it's maybe get some more people off of him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be insanely popular, but I don't think he's going to be unpopular either. I think this news may get him from 16% to 12%.
Yeah, I don't even know. The Golf Channel wasn't even reporting it, and they were live. They actually did saying he's in great form and he's playing awesome, and they mentioned nothing of it. And did like an interview with him. And this was after this all came out.
And that kind of gets into what we've been talking about with just the coverage shit. Like, if this was NFL fucking before NFL Sunday with all the fantasy and DraftKings and shit, we would know every single thing that was going on.
Yep.
But Golf Channel, you're never going to hear that stuff.
So, I mean, are there people in here or no?
I see 7 people right now.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're riding with Rahm, Spieth, Neiman, DJ. Anybody else for you? I still have that Reed bet.
Yeah, no, I like those 4. I think it's good. I like, I think Rahm is somewhat overlooked. I don't think he's ever going to be completely overlooked, but I mean, in terms of going into a U.S. Open as defending champ, it's pretty much as under the radar as he can get. I think that press conference probably hurt that because now everyone's kind of team Rahm again.
Press conference killed that. Rahm and JT just spot on.
Yeah, they're good. But I do see a lot of people agreeing with what Rahm said, like the people who have been very, very anti-live and talking about how these people are fucking terrorists and should die. But Rahm is so great. Rahm's the best. Rahm didn't say anything negative about the guys who went. He just said he didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the how they should be saying it. And that's all I've been saying the whole time. Like, you can not like it and also just say whatever. They can do what they want and not call them like pieces of shit and look down upon them. It's just 2 separate things.
I mean, Rahm basically said he completely understands why anybody would go.
Yeah, and the same people bashing them are saying like, "Oh, Rahm's the best. He's completely right." And they said the same about JT thing. They ignore that part of it for whatever reason. But no, I love Rahm, and for me, I was going to play like on DK. I was thinking about playing 50% Rahm, 50% Rory, but I'm just nervous about Rory, especially because we play mostly big single entries. $100, $200, $200 single entries, and then I toss them in the 15 or whatever. But like, I think in the 100 and the 200, Rory's going to be 30% owned.
It's gonna be more.
You think?
Dude, on those $200, I play this $200 single every week, and like those top guys, when they're projected to be like 18%, it's always like 33% or close to 40%. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, Mexico Rahm was like 45, 48.
In the 200?
Yeah, in the 200.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Rory's the tough one. I mean, starting
It's,
to think that the way to play it is to fade him.
I know.
He
I'm
has
starting
to
to.
win. He has to win.
Yeah, if he doesn't win, then
You just
and you
have
fit.
leverage over everybody.
Yeah, that, and then also like it's just you just sent me the most popular bets of the week. Most money and most tickets is Rory.
Yeah,
I mean, if you asked your fucking grandfather who's going to win, he's probably going to say Rory, right?
definitely. I mean,
So
the most Rahm's not on the most tickets. He's on the most money though.
so you consider that maybe some sharp money on Rom.
Yep. Shot
Uh,
money looks to be on Scheffler a little bit, Rahm, and I don't know. I guess if you want to say Brooks and DJ, and Bryson.
yeah. I don't know if these guys can comment live in the chat here instead of just on the YouTube video.
I see nothing. We were getting comments left and right.
If you can comment so we can see it. Click on them to show the stream. Let's see if this works.
There we go.
That
Oh,
was
that's
me.
you.
Okay, here we go. Has Bryson any chance? What do you think about that?
No.
And we're the biggest
Just-
Bryson guys going.
Just because of the injury, I just don't think there's an injury. That's right, Jordan Spieth. I'm concerned for my guy. He's sick.
But to Bryson, I mean, I would love to see it. I hope it would be amazing if he played well, even if he just played well. But like, not only can I not see him winning, I just don't think he's even capable of playing well this week. It's just, even at his best, it seems like a pretty iffy course fit for him.
Yeah.
And now that he's like,
Old Bryson could would be perfect.
yeah, old Bryson, yeah,
Like pre beefy Bryson.
yeah, Northern Trust Bryson, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Someone just DM me and said they can on the stream on the tweet they can comment, but not on the YouTube, or vice versa. All right, so Bryson, no, I don't think so. How about weather? Anything with the weather? I know that it looks like the AM, PM had a slight advantage. Does that still seem that way to you?
Yeah, slight advantage, nothing crazy. What are we looking at? The early starters tomorrow are going to have the advantage on Thursday, but I mean, wind's only getting around 13 to 15. Nothing crazy. Couple gusts. Friday morning, it's about the same as Thursday afternoon. Friday afternoon, I mean,
So they have the better bit on
much-
both days, slightly, right?
slightly. Nothing crazy though. Nothing you got to be worried about.
Yeah, I wouldn't do like a full, like AM, PM
Not
stack.
PGA. Not PGA
Yeah, and
levels of wind. So
see, I talked about this in my first round leader column today. At the time, it was 10:14 in the morning and 18 to 22 gusts in the afternoon. Does it still seem like that? And then past 10 U.S. Opens, there have been 9 leaders or co-leaders who teed off in the AM and 3 leaders or co-leaders who teed off in the PM. So you're getting, almost 80% of first-round leaders are coming from the morning in U.S. Opens historically. So, take that. I don't think PM starters on Thursday are completely out of it, but I mean, I think, if it's showdown, first-round leader, I still think you're better off going AM.
yeah, I took Spieth, Neiman, Berger, and Victor Perez first round leader. Spieth at 35, Neiman and Berger at 50, and Perez at 130. They're all AM starters. I think I'm going to add a 1 p.m. Probably in the 60 plus range, and that'll be it.
I like. I took Neiman and Spieth. I still like them. I'm still fine with Spieth, even despite the stomach bug or whatever. Neiman leads the tour in first round scoring today. My father's in the chat. He said, "What are your thoughts on Tom Berger's chance to win?" I don't know who the fuck Tom Berger is. But if he's talking about Daniel Berger,
Dan, I think can go well. Dan can go well.
You
I'm
like-
not sure he can win, but
you like Dan in first round leader. I'm actually the opposite. I don't like him at all this week. I think he's starting to get steam as a guy who like everyone's like, hey, no one's talking about Berger. He really should be a course fit. I mean, he's accurate. I don't think so at all.
why? Why isn't he a course fit?
Elaine O'Callahan, that sounds straight from Ireland, and she says Irish winner again this week, but not Rory. It's Shane's to win. Shane's very popular.
Back to we'll get to that one. Back to Berger. Why isn't he a course fit?
I didn't say it wasn't a course fit. I just said that's the narrative has become he's a good course fit and no one's playing him. And now all of a sudden it seems like he's gaining steam and people actually are playing him. And we're ignoring the fact that he's been pretty bad in majors. I know he had some decent U.S. Opens, 5 or 6 years ago, but majors overall he hasn't been great.
Shinnecock.
Yeah, we have that comp. Why don't you read what you sent me earlier about the Shinnecock with Pebble Greens thing?
Oh yeah, let me pull that up. As far as the Irish guy, yeah, I love Shane this week. He's Shane is. I feel like he's gonna be around all week. I don't know if he's gonna win, but he's gonna be there.
There's an Irish girl, by the way, so don't be sexist.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just reading the question.
Someone said 50% Rory, 50% Rahm is what they're doing. I just said the same thing. That's what I have right now. I'm really considering changing it. Going Clint, yes, he is. Shane is what you said. So I have 50% of each. Right now, I'm really concerned about that. I kind of want to get off Rory and just, I posted this earlier in the week. Like, look at what he's done coming off those wins. I mean, 7-1 at the Masters in 2017. He's been one of the favorites in every time. He's actually won the week before major 7 times. Obviously,
Who,
he's never
Rory.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he was either the favorite or within the top 3 favorites each time. And he, there's so many times where you say, how is it not his to win this week? And it does feel like that, but it's felt like that before, and it's probably going to feel like that again.
Yep.
Alternate DFS
yeah,
plays.
so getting to Rory.
Real quick, a guy asked, so like if we don't play Rory, then what are you going to do? Do you go all Rahm? Or I like starting with Spieth.
I like that.
But you go Spieth,
Starting in the
Zalatoris.
9K and, yeah. Are you playing Willie Z?
No, I'm not playing him, but I know people probably want to, and I think he's a fine play. I'm playing a fuckload of DJ. I'm taking my stance, and I'm playing
Wow.
4 singles, 4 things, and I'm playing DJ in 3 out of the 4.
Like that. It's yeah, a lot of leverage there. So this is what Rory had to say to Damon Hack of Golf Channel. He said reminds him of Bethpage Black with Pebbles greens. So he just had a major in 2019 at Bethpage in New York, which is obviously in New York. It was absolute shit for 2 years, and he finished third at Bethpage. We all know it at Pebble. I mean, I feel like we bet him there every week. You also had DJ, who finished second at Bethpage that week, and he's won Pebble multiple times. Brooks won at Bethpage, and he finished second, I think, or third at the Pebble Major in 2019. And you also had Woodland, who won Pebble Major, finished 8th at Bethpage that year as well. So this Bethpage Pebble mix, that's another reason. I don't know what Berger did in that, but Berger's good at Pebble.
Yeah.
Cantlay also good at Pebble, and he tied for third at Bethpage as well. One of his few good major finishes there.
So there could be a connection.
Reed also played well at Bethpage. I don't know if he's ever really played Pebble though.
Nate said thoughts on Brooks dropping the restriction on driver and balls. I mean, it can't hurt. He's going back to the M5, which he played when he won his most recent major. Both the M5 driver and the Pro V1 ball. So I think he's trying to capture some of that old mojo. He was obviously very good with that TaylorMade M5. Still a little surprising now. I mean, that's a 4 or 5-year-old driver at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he just dropped him for the week though, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Good. I hope he plays well. It'd be nice.
It would be nice. I mean, here's the thing with Brooks. I like Brooks, and I think value play, he's definitely there. And if he was just playing poorly, that'd be one thing. But my issue is he isn't playing at all. Like, he hasn't played any golf. He hasn't been practicing. He just got married. He was, partying for a couple of weeks. He hasn't played competitively in a while. And I think even if he was playing week to week but just kind of struggling, I would play him and I would bet him. But the fact that he just isn't playing whatsoever is just a little too much for me.
So I've been all over Twitter today just because of the Spieth news, and I followed some guys and they saying Brooks is absolutely dialed this week.
Are they?
And he's got a real edge to him walking around. You can tell. And I put a little sprinkle on the 50-1. I couldn't not take it.
I might join
Not
you
a
on
full
that.
bet. Not a full bet. Just a little sprinkle, just to wet the beak.
Yeah, I think, just so you're not kicking yourself. Someone said, and speaking of that, someone said Louis, 7,600, not kicking yourself. I know you don't like him. I love Louis this week as a DFS play. I'm thinking about adding him as a top 10, 6-1. I really like that a lot.
I thought he was playing bad on the PGA though.
He was, but he played in the Live event last week. He was third in fairways gained and first in greens in regulation. That's all we want him to do this week, right? And he was on the PGA Tour. He was putting it poorly. That's a cheap price for a guy who plays the way he plays in majors, and he was second at the U.S. Open last year, in the last couple of years he's been there every single time. He's so cheap, and nobody's playing him, so I'm going to play him.
Yeah. Okay, I don't like him. No. You want to go through some tiers? Or you want to answer these questions first?
I like the questions for now. Vic and Morikawa under the radar. Chancer in the mix on Sunday. Morikawa for me is a no, only because I've said this with Morikawa a lot. If his irons aren't great, he doesn't do anything else well enough to elevate his game. Like, his irons have to be great, and everything else can be average, and he can win because that's how good he is with his approach play. But if that's not dialed in, then he doesn't really have any other path to playing well.
I agree with you. Did you see his comments about how he's somehow playing a draw now instead of the patented cut that he had, and he doesn't know how to fix it. Him and his coach, and then just rolling with it.
Yeah, and then
did not sound good. He's got a double miss going.
Same thing for Hovland. I think right down those lines. He's tinkering. He hasn't tinkered in years since he's been on tour. He's never tinkered once. He's tinkered the last 3 or 4 weeks trying to switch different shafts, and I think he's trying to find something too, and that's why maybe you're seeing why his tee to green stats aren't what they typically are. And so both those guys, for me, I'm not really interested in them.
Yeah, if you were asking me to pick one, I'd pick Vic.
Me too, because I think his skill set just couldn't be better here, and because when he's great, he's long and straight.
Driver.
Yeah, just a better driver. And let's see what else.
There's an X question. X. How do we think X plays this week? Minus 125 for a top 30 seems like free money. Right?
Yeah, it does. It does, but isn't he due for some regression in these U.S. Opens?
Well, he regresses. He finishes 21st.
Yeah, he could. I think top 30, I mean, does sound like free money to me, yeah. Even though I'm not an X fan, I'm not playing him, but I think that's probably the case.
I mean, I don't dive into the top 30 market or 40 market or 20 to be honest, looking for the big hit, but it seems like free money.
Yeah, minus 130 ain't getting my dick hard, and that's what I'm in this for. Jason, love the podcast, one of my favorite. Hell yeah, let's go. Twitter assholes. Is that us? Oh, no, the Twitter assholes we're making fun of. Any decky boners?
No.
No, I don't have a decky boner.
I'm full fade decky this week.
Me too. Kevin, how many does Scotty win by? -8.
People love Scheffler this week.
He's the best player in the world, sure. Give that to him, but I don't know. It's like I just can't picture him doing it again right now. It's like, and I was thinking about this earlier. Like, say you there's two different types of bettors in the world, right? So say a guy bets on, say a baseball team's really hot, and he takes the over 3 days in a row. This team's doing 10, 12, 14 runs a game, 3 games in a row. Game 4, you bet in the over or the under.
I completely blanked out. I was reading something. I'm sorry.
So say you're betting overs on baseball, right? A team total. This team scores 10, 12, and 14 3 days in a row. On the fourth day,
under.
Okay, so that's how I feel about Scotty. I mean, there's nothing that points to him not playing well, right? It's just the fact that
Law of
I
averages.
yeah, law of averages, and guys don't win two majors in a year very often. It's incredibly rare, and I just think, so I have no reason why I don't think he's going to play well, but I just think, these majors are so tough to win. I feel the same way about JT. I love JT. I like the way he fits this course. Of course, I think he can definitely be perfectly fine, but I just think two majors in a row is just so hard to do that I don't think it's a good place to put your money on the fact of something to happen that just doesn't happen.
Yep.
It happened. When Brooks did it, and then that's about it.
Yep, I'm with you. Billy Ho, can he compete? So one of the few times Billy's competed at a major was at Marion. In 2013, he finished fourth. So I mean, I think he can compete, but he just won. And well, I know he gets the FedEx Cup. I don't know.
Fade for me. Did you see there was some reports about something he can't? What's going on with him? There's something going on with him.
With his hand.
Yeah.
Had like a boat accident or something. Was that before the win or after?
I'm not sure, but I think there's something to do with that. Elaine said thinking of Shane, Xander, Sungjae, Fitzpatrick, all very popular guys. Doesn't mean they can't win, but I mean, probably four of the most popular guys there are.
Yeah, they'll probably all finish top 30.
Yeah, I mean, all four of those guys have the same question, minus Sungjae maybe, especially, but Shane, Xander, Fitz, for me, is they all definitely can play well. But if you're playing them to win, I don't know. They haven't really shown me that they can do that this week. But, I think definitely one or more of them are going to be there.
Yep.
Connor said might have missed it at the beginning, but first-round leader. Yeah, I took Spieth and Neiman first-round leader. I'm not that concerned about Spieth. I think if it's a food poisoning thing, it's going to be fine. And I can just see the storylines now. Even though he was sick, he went out and played well and blah, blah, blah. Like just
Jordan flu game.
Yeah, the Jordan flu game. That could be tomorrow, first-round leader. I love Neiman, first-round leader, leads the tour in first-round scoring average. I think he'll putt well on these greens. He's been great around the green. He's one of the best drivers in the game. So
yeah. And then I'm on Spieth and Neiman. I took Berger and Victor Perez at 130. Berger's at 50. Gonna add a PM guy. You got any PM guys?
I was thinking about Louis.
What is he?
I think 65, 70.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add a PM guy in that range.
I'm thinking about adding Louis, just because I could, no one's playing him, no one's talking about him. He's so under the radar, and he's usually incredibly popular during majors. And I just could feel like he's going to, put it in everybody's ass. Not much pressure on him this week. I know the live stuff, but they're not talking about him. They're talking about Phil and DJ, and I think he can kind of just skate by.
Yeah. The other question: you going to play Davis Riley?
Fuck no.
No, I'm not a Davis Riley guy. Understand why you could play him. The guy's on fire. From that range, I'm playing Reed. Nah. You're not gonna like this. I'm playing Varner.
Oh. Yeah, I mean
He's good around the green, man.
And that's the price you want to play him. I'm not going to hate on you playing for
9,700 last week.
Yeah, I'll hate on that play. If you want to play him at 7,100, be my guest. You can come in 23rd.
Yeah. And then I got a weird feeling Sergio's going to play well.
I'm so out on Sergio just because I think he doesn't give a fuck right now. He's done. He's done. He's ready to get his money. He's moving on. If he starts playing poorly, he's checking out.
You're the Sergio guy.
Yeah, I'm out on Sergio.
But yeah, usually wrong on Sergio. You're always in, and he sucks.
With that being said, I played him at both majors this year, and he was in the 20s in both majors.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. I mean, we want total driving. That's who he is, right?
Yeah. Couple things right here. Connor says he's been tailing this whole year. You get better content listening to the pod than just waiting for the Twitter card. I completely agree with that. I'm not even a big fan of doing the Twitter card. I'd rather people just listen because I think you get the whole process. And then, the whole point we do this, it's not like we need to play the exact things we do, but we analyze how we're going to analyze. Then you can come to your own conclusions based off what we say. It might be different than what we decide. But so I'm not a big post a card and everyone take. Some people do that and that's great. But I mean, I think listening to the breakdown is the main point of it.
Yep.
Mike Deschaines says, don't you think Rory's wedge play in the back nine in Canada could get him there this Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, we discussed that on the pod. If his wedge game is the way it was on Sunday, I mean, he's probably going to win.
Oh, he's definitely going to win. He's unbeatable if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, he's literally unbeatable when his wedge plays like that.
Carson just said the same thing kind of how I was explaining. He said he hit Rory last week after listening to the podcast. We said Rory's probably going to win. We just weren't betting him at 10-1. And so some people might choose to do that. We chose to go a different route. But we knew he was the worthy favorite, and he was the most likely guy to win.
Yeah. Why is Cam Young 88, but Riley is only 73? Because everybody wants to suck Cam Young's cock.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Riley will be there in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he probably will. And Young, I would say, because he was there in the PGA, he got that taste of it.
Yep.
But I'm not for Young this week.
Was Riley involved in the PGA at all? Can't remember.
Yeah, he was.
Not like to win, but
no, yeah, I think he played well. But I mean, I'm just off those young guys that just have the taste of it. Like Zalatoris is different. He lost on a playoff for the PGA. He's played well in all these majors. He's now ready to take that next step. If you think this is the one for him, I do think he is going to probably play well, and he's the one of all those types of guys who wouldn't shock me if he won.
Okay, couple questions for you. 8K. You playing Neiman, obviously.
Yep.
Who else?
That's tough.
My biggest question: are you in or out on Fitz? And what do we do with Finau? They're
I'm
going to be
out
both extremely popular.
Yeah, believe it or not, I think I'm out on Fitz and I'm in on Finau, and I think it's just because maybe I'm sick of Fitz, but I don't know. He just pisses me the fuck off, I think, too much. And Finau, I think, like, I don't have that question whether Finau can win anymore, and I do have that question with Fitz.
Yeah, and you get points for birdies.
Yeah,
I mean, Finau will make a bunch.
Fitz is gonna make 100
How much
pots.
Fitz gonna make? Yeah. Which is good on the U.S. Open.
With that being said, I saw something earlier about this week in terms of DraftKings and DFS points. Like the numbers, placement points are so valuable this week.
Yeah,
like they make up for a large majority of the percentages in terms of like the people who have shipped the Millie Maker, and like it's all placement points. So I don't think birdies are really as important this week. So it is a good week for Fitz.
Yeah. You're out on Berger. I guess that's my 8K. What about high sevens? Who you got?
High sevens. I'm still gonna get the pricing up here. I like Tommy.
Yeah. Sorry, just read that comment.
I love Tommy. I think he, a lot of the comps he plays well. He's been great in U.S. Opens. I bet a top 10 on him, 5-1.
I bet that too.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I think I don't think he's capable of winning. I know some people do. I think he's probably incapable. But I do think top 10 is really good for him. Course fit wise too. I mean, it's not the longest course in the world, and some of these shorter type of setups he's gone really well at. And he's been playing great. He played the European Open, finished 10th, was okay. 5th at the PGA, 14th at the Masters. He's played in all these big events really well. 22nd at the Players. He's been playing awesome. This whole season's been playing awesome, and I think the U.S. Open is probably the perfect setup for him. He's the type of guy, like I said, he can. The field's +2, he can be -3 on just Saturday, and then all of a sudden, he pays it off for you. I had a top 10 him on the PGA Championship. He came in 5th.
Yeah, what did he shoot on that Sunday?
Yeah, he was something good, -4 or 5.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what he's done his whole career. Even when he almost won at Shinnecock, and he posted early, like 7 under, went super low. Yeah. I had a couple other ones. Did you bet that top AM?
Yes, I did.
9-1?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw 9.
My tweet probably moved it.
What site?
It's 14. It was 1390 on
Okay.
Slip. Can I give the breakdown of that real quick?
Yes, you can.
So Michael Thor Bjornsson, I've been following him a while. Nickname is Thor, but I watched him a lot at the amateur, and he went pretty deep in the U.S. Am, but he won the Mass Amateur. He beat Parziale, the firefighter there, last year. So he's defending Mass Amateur champ. You know, the last time, not the last time, when the U.S. Open was held at the Country Club was the Francis Ouimet, 1913, the big story. He was the amateur. He was the reigning mass amateur, and he went in there and he won the U.S. Open as an amateur. And you could see this year Thor's wearing a T-shirt, the 1913 U.S. Open. He's saying he's channeling his Ouimet vibes, and he's a stud. He's tall glass of water, tee to green guy. Absolutely fucking pumps it, stripes it. He's a ball striker. He's confident. He grew up in Wellesley, 15 minutes from the course. And I just think he's, Vic. He reminds me of Vic in terms of skill set. And Vic came to his U.S. Open as an amateur and finished in 22nd place. I'm playing him in a lineup at 6,200 because I'm fucking crazy. But I still think he can get. I think he can be top amateur, and I think could be an okay play. He's the first tee time out. He's hitting the first tee shot.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I like it. I mean, we've been talking about him for a couple years.
Yeah. He's a sophomore at Stanford, All-American. Just finished sixth in the Pac-12 tournament a couple weeks ago. Won the qualifier. So, I mean, he's playing well.
Wow. This guy wants me to hit the thumbs up. I love the JT Rom DJ 123. I don't know how to hit a thumbs up, though. I'll give you a thumbs up.
I think he's telling them to hit the thumbs up on our video.
No. Are the Celtics winning tomorrow? Yes.
Yeah, they're winning tomorrow. Hammer it.
Yeah, throw the hammer down. I bet it Monday, and I said if they're gonna lose on Monday, I'm gonna triple up on Thursday.
Yeah, this thing's going 7.
Yeah, they're probably gonna lose in 7, but yeah. Projected winning score this week. I'm gonna say -7.
I'm gonna say -5.
Okay.
Check for shit stains on Thor's pants on the first tee. Maybe.
I also looked at. All right, this was a bit weird one. Old Man Furyk, top senior. Okay, plus 250. There's only 2 other seniors in the event. One's Phil, who's -290, and the other's Fran Quinn.
So basically, Furyk has to beat Phil.
Furyk has to beat Phil plus 250. Isn't that a good bet?
I think it is. I mean, Phil could shoot plus 25 on Thursday.
Right?
Especially with the way he plays and he's horrible course fit. Yeah, I like that. I think that should be closer to even money.
I got to look into what Furyk's done recently, but I'd imagine he's been playing the Champions Tour and been doing well. I just don't get it. Like, isn't Furyk better than Phil at this point?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what he's been
doing. That was one.
Yeah.
And then I had top South American. Our guy Neiman, plus 110. He basically has to beat Mito and Munoz, and then 2 other guys I've never heard of.
Yeah, he says we should hammer that bet. I like that. So Neiman, yeah, I like that to beat Munoz and who? Mito?
Mito.
Okay, I do like that. Sierra says you guys betting Rory. No, I'm not betting Rory, but I think he's probably the guy to beat. He's a worthy favorite. If his wedges are on, he's going to win. With that being said, we've said he's the guy to beat many times in the past, and he hasn't won them. So, I don't think there's any value in the number that he has right now.
Yeah, definitely not value. Yeah, Furyk hasn't been playing well, though, on the Champions Tour. He pretty much finishes dead last every week.
Maybe he's fucked up.
35th 2 weeks ago, though.
Kevin said he hopes the course plays tough and it's not a birdie fest. It's a U.S. Open. Yeah, it ain't going to be a birdie fest.
Jim, Tatum's a pussy.
Yeah, Tatum. It's not going to be a birdie fest. I mean, even if the winner's -7, there's probably going to be like 6 guys under par or less.
Exactly. I was looking at the Bethpage leaderboard. There was Brooks was -8 or -7, and there was six or 7 guys under par. I think it's gonna be similar to that.
Yep, I think so too.
Even last year at Torrey, I mean, there was like 6 guys under par.
Yeah, Bryson won is 600, and almost was even. Yeah, what is Rom -6 too?
5, I think.
Yeah, so I think it'll be something similar to that. But I think it's, I don't know. We always get the hype fest going into the week of how hard it's going to be. You get the videos of the balls going on the rough, and hit the fairways, going to roll down on the water. I think, I do think it's going to be tough. But is it possible that it gets played up just like it always did? I think they're doing those videos when the U.S. Open when it got to like 15 under at
Aaron Hills.
At Aaron Hills. So the rough was thick there too. I think there's other ways that makes this thing tough, and I think the way it's set up is kind of interesting.
All right. What other bets you make? Any matchups?
Yeah, I tossed a couple of matchups in there. I'll get them up now.
6K range. Who you got? I'm playing Perez. Mike D's guy's Horsfield. You playing him?
Yeah, I am playing Horsfield. Like I said, the stats last week, he was first in fairways hit.
Anybody else down there?
Thor 6,200, who I like, Horsfield, and Perez. Those are the three guys that I've been playing. Otherwise, I don't love much. It's a very scary range. I mean, you're going to get a really low cut percentage anyway, so you're really rolling the dice.
Yeah. I did one Rory Rahm stack.
Cole, oh no.
Thinking about removing it, but
Jeff Coley said Thor is listed as a WD on Fantasy National. I don't think so.
I don't think
on
so.
Instagram, he posted a video this morning on Instagram of him there. Maybe he caught the speed disease. Yeah, he was on the course 8 hours ago. Huh. I guess we'll look into that.
Sure, it's not Thunder. Similar name.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's thinking Thunderbird. I don't know. We're talking Michael Thor Bjornsson, though. If I bite on Brooks 55-1 at FanDuel, I'm making good life choices or participating in self-loathing, or can it be both?
You answer that. You're not the Brooks guy.
I mean, I think if he's 55-1, you can bet it. You can bet a reasonable amount. You don't have to bet too much on it. If it loses, and you can move on. And I still think it's a good bet. It's a fine bet. There's nothing wrong with it. You can't kick yourself over something that has a 55-1 odds of happening, not happening.
Yeah. Just do it. Bet it and forget it. Nope, don't do a big bet. Just bet it so you don't miss out.
Yeah, you don't have to kick yourself if it happens. Do you prefer thick rough around the greens or no rough with runoff areas? Doesn't
Thick
rough
rough
take the skill out?
No, I like the rough. I like it to be penal when you don't hit the green. That's my take.
Completely agree on that. I think, I like you don't know what the lie is going to be like. You don't know how receptive the ball is going to be when you hit it out of the rough. You could get to fly, or you could come out dead. I like that. I like just the fact of that being able to happen. I'm just really flustered about this Thor Bjornsson thing here.
Bolton hasn't reported any of that. He's the withdraw guy. He hasn't reported anything since June 11th.
Someone tweet at Bolton, and he'll answer you within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He's not going to withdraw. He's hitting the honorary tee shot.
No, there's no way. Wow, Shane Lowry fed up with all the live questions going on this week.
Is he?
So, where's Feinberg to go after him?
I know Feinberg didn't like that one. And I don't necessarily agree with him on it. Do you?
No. He was acting like this is like that interview was the first time he's been asked that question this week. Come on.
Yeah, it's been all day, every day. I mean, we have a U.S. Open going on, so.
Yeah. Same bitch was asking the 9/11 question to every single person this week. He asked the USGA CEO. And she didn't like the answer he gave. Whatever. I'm done talking live. I just want to enjoy this event.
Me too. Yeah. So anything else in the 6K? I'm gonna look. Oh yeah, my matchups. Okay, I was getting that up. I like Perez over Peters. I don't think it's a great course for Peters. I think it's a good course for Perez. Drills fairways.
Yeah.
And he's hot, playing really well. And Peters has been just very unpredictable. I like Tommy over Hatton, -125.
It's nice.
Hatton spraying it all over the place. We tracked him a lot last week, and this week I think it's going to be similar, man. If you're not hitting fairways, you're fucked.
Why is Hatton a bitch?
I don't know. He just complains about everything, and he's going to be 208 in the rough this week if he doesn't hit the fairway. He doesn't hit it long enough to get away with it if he doesn't hit the fairway, and I think that's going to spell big trouble for him.
Yep.
Neiman over Burns, even money. He was a slight underdog.
What do you have, $1 million on that?
No, nothing crazy, but I just think I like it better for him. Spieth plus 110 over Cantlay. A little worried about that one now.
No, fuck Cantlay.
And then
we're good on that one. Spieth's gonna be all right.
And then here's my go-to bet I bet at every major. Hasn't gone well yet, but do you know what it is? Two big dogs.
I'm gonna guess somebody over Scotty.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Rahm.
Yep, Rahm over Scotty. Going back to the well.
All right. Didn't work out at the other one. It had to have. PGA, Scotty missed the cut.
Yeah, I don't think they were matched up together on that one for whatever reason. I don't know. I had it at the Masters, probably not at the PGA.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Other more DraftKings play guys who I'm playing. I'll just toss them out there. I got a good feeling on DraftKings this week because the guys I like, no one really likes. For the most part, Rose, people will like him, but I think he's a pretty good guy this week. I mean, he finished hot last week. He always shows up in majors. He's one of those guys you look up. Everyone could be over par on the round, and he's just making fucking 60-foot bombs.
Okay.
You like him?
I had him jotted down as one of the options, but I'm worried about popularity.
What do you think of Reed as a DraftKings play?
Yeah, I'm playing Reed. I'm playing in one of my big lineups too.
Yeah, what about Nah?
I'm playing Nah. Yep, Nah, Varner, Webb.
Nah, Varner, and Webb. Yeah, I'm not playing the latter two, but
I deep dive Webb a little bit. He's actually, despite losing off the tee, he's actually drilling fairways, so I feel like he can go well. And he's 20th at the PGA. That's all I need out of him here.
Yeah, he could be good. He could definitely be good. Nah's a tough one for me. I mean,
why is Nah a tough one? It should be an autoplay, man.
You think?
Yeah.
7K flat?
Dude, he's been incredible.
Well, he sucked in the live event.
Whatever.
But was he hitting fairways? Let me check. Was he hitting fairways?
I don't know.
I think that matters. I mean, I just think. How are people getting fucking pissed at me for tweeting the live stats? Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah, like, fuck you, asshole. I'm like, I'm just posting these stats because we're trying to figure out who to play for the U.S. Open on DraftKings and who to bet. It's nothing to do with like trying to support live or anything. I want to see the guys who are playing. I want to see how they played last week.
You can't play the live guys in DraftKings, man.
No, if you do, you're a murderer and you love 9/11.
Nas a live guy, so he ain't gonna be owned, right?
No, but I do want to know why he played so bad. Let's see. He was T21 in fairways hit. He was T31 in greens and reg. He was T26.
Better than half the field.
Yeah, T26 in putting, 46th in birdie. So I think that was a big thing to do with it.
The greens were really slow. I don't think he liked it because I saw him putt a couple times and he wasn't happy about it. I don't know. I'm just gonna take the long game on him. He's been awesome this year. Yeah, especially over his last 4 PGA events.
And no one's gonna play him. How's he been in majors or U.S. Opens though?
Probably not good. I'll look up his U.S. Open for you.
Yeah, I imagine not too good, but whatever. I think this course unique to some other courses. Like you look at you want to compare the Marion one.
I like the course fit. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like that could be a place he could have played well too. A lot of these shorter hitting guys can play good. Yeah, his approach numbers were insane leading up to that live event on the PGA Tour. Miscut last year's U.S. Open. Miscut at last year's PGA. 12th at the Masters though.
He miscut the last 3 U.S. Opens. Prior to that, he was 32nd, 7th, 46, 12.
Okay, not bad.
I mean, all I need is a 30, right? At
And he's
that
seven.
price.
Yeah, he's 7K flat, and these guys in the sixes are just like basically not playable for the most part.
Right. Any
Um,
Corn Ferry guys? Like that guy Hardy or Montgomery?
nah, not for me. I get it, but no.
Hardy was pretty good at Canada.
Hardy was good at Canada. Yeah, he was. He was. Um, 1, 2, 3. Wow. So the golf tips checker thing posted the final numbers of who is the most bet. 554 tips. Im by far the most.
Really?
Then Zalatoris, Homa, Spieth, Burns, Xander. Interesting.
Surprised about Spieth?
Yeah,
Good number.
that has to be a big part of it. I don't think people were really looking
Yeah.
into him until they saw the number. I mean, he was 18 at the PGA, and he's probably the most popular bet.
Okay. 9K, just DJ and Spieth? Nobody else?
DJ and Spieth, that's what I'm playing.
So you're basically Rahm, DJ, Spieth, Neiman,
Yes.
Finau?
Yep.
Anybody else in the 8? You're not playing Berger? Not playing Zalatoris, Cam Young, obviously. What
No.
about Connors in the high sevens?
No. I think he could be fine. You know what? A big thing about who you're playing and not playing that a lot of these shows don't even talk about is how many lineups do you play, right? If you play 150 lineups, then yeah, I'd be playing some of these guys. But people like you and I, we like to play single entries.
Yeah.
And not playing. If I'm playing 4 lineups, I can't play all these guys. So I keep my core as tight as possible, and I like to rotate the cheaper guys. So if I'm playing 4 lineups, I might have 2 start with Rahm, 2 start with Rory, and have a Rahm DJ, Rory DJ, have a Rahm Spieth, a Rory Spieth, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
But I might be switching off Rory because I don't like how popular he is.
Yeah, Rahm is not being on the list is a great sign. Love that. Keegan. You playing Keegan?
No.
No.
You?
Thinking about it, but I don't know.
I'm playing Louis. I'm pivoting. I'm playing Louis instead of those guys. I just
Okay.
could go pretty poorly. I know that, but whatever. Playing Louis and DJ. I mean, these 2 guys who have been incredible in U.S. Opens throughout the last 5-10 years, and no one's playing either of them. And fuck it.
Yeah, 4%.
I'll die on that hill. If I lose, I lose.
Yep. What else we got?
I think that's about it. If there's no more questions, and Neiman and Prayer are top 10. Pedro,
we're on one of them, baby. You got to give us some props.
Neiman and Prayer are top 10. That'd be great if both of them got top 10. Pedro's been tweeting me today saying about Neiman. Is Chris Murphy on Neiman too, or just me? See if he answers that. But
Do we bet the Neiman top 5?
Yeah, maybe we should. I
I almost bet the Spieth top 5 today, and then the sickness news came out.
Spieth for me is boom or bust.
Yeah.
Could come in last.
But I just had a really, really good feeling on Spieth this week, so I just wanted to win all the money.
Yeah, what else was I looking at? I saw Finau top 5. I was thinking about a little bit too.
What was it?
7 or 8 to 1.
So I imagine Neiman's around that.
Yeah.
As well,
Finau fucking striped it last week.
he's been striping it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he could win this thing.
Yeah.
I think so. If he was 45 to 1, I would have bet it.
Yeah. I'm playing him.
Is he gonna be more popular than Fitz?
They're gonna be close. I mean, both of them are just not priced correctly. Along with Sanjay.
Yep. Yeah,
Sanjay would probably be the highest owned.
Absolutely, he will be. Just because he's way underpriced. I mean, Finau and Fitz are like $300 or $400 too cheap. Sungjae's $1,000.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's it. I mean, if there's no other questions, I think we're good.
Thanks for the shout out on the podcast, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And pick to win.
John Rahm.
I think I'm there with you on Rahm too.
Yeah.
Just
I would have said
game.
Spieth 4 hours ago.
I'm saying Rahm just because I think I like the fact he's overlooked. I like the off the tee game, and we just always talk about how important off the tee is in U.S. Opens, and he's just the best U.S. Any love for Brian Stewart? Not for me.
No, bet Brian Stewart on Bermuda.
Yep.
And in the South.
Let's go Tom Berger. All right.
I think it's fuck. I want to say Rory's going to win, but the mental thing.
He's a mental midget, no doubt about it. I still get the I don't think I've ever wanted something to happen so bad as I want DJ to win this week.
DJ winning would be the best thing. It would just be incredible.
Oh my god! I just the Eamon Lynch piece that he writes that when he's so upset about it, I would print it out and fucking hang it up on my wall. Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, I've bet it multiple times at better numbers than I first did. So, yeah, it would be amazing, and it would be amazing for my bank account.
Dan said Rory went back to back last week. Let's get a Rahm back to back. Yeah, and U.S. Open.
What does that mean back to back last week?
I think he means 2 Canadian Opens in a row.
Oh, gotcha.
National Open. So yeah, U.S. won, and Brooks won back to back U.S. Opens too. So I don't think it's one of those things that's out of the realm of possibility because the skill set here is so defined.
Yep.
This is what you have to do to win U.S. Opens. That's why Brooks went back to back because he was the best player off the tee at that time. Same for Rahm. We talked about how Brooks got overlooked because he was in bad form, but it doesn't change that overall his skill set is he's the best player off the tee. He's long and straight, and I think that's what Rahm is, and I think that's why we're getting a bit of a discount, and I think people are going to regret that.
Fucking DJ should have gone back to back too if he didn't 3-putt from 12 feet.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. Chambers Bay and Oakmont. And DJ's, he's being overlooked. I'm worried about the sprays, but I don't think he's playing as poorly as people have made it out to be.
I agree. So,
DJ Rory final group. That's what I want to see. If we don't get a winner, that's what I want to see. Or if Rahm's not there, but I would just love to see that the way the media would play that up, and it'd be so good.
I'm really looking forward to this major. The country club just looks.
Oh yeah, the course looks so good.
Can't wait to be there Saturday too. So if anyone's out, give me a shout.
Yeah, Carr said he's can't wait to watch Scheffler punch out from the thick rough. Yeah, you don't get free drops on that, Scotty. They don't let you pick the rough out of the ground before you put the ball down.
Yeah, what a lucky bastard. So, luck to everybody.
All right, good luck. Let's get a winner here, boys. Back-to-back majors.